All right, guys. So I'm going to tell you a story of my deli cat, Misha. And you might think that it has absolutely nothing to do with real estate sales, but it has everything to do with real estate sales. So years ago, we went on a family trip. I was a little bit younger at the time, and we had a deli cat, Misha. And I would always feel so bad because the cat would stay at the store and obviously patrol the store while we were away on vacation. And I remember feeling like I was like, oh man, like we should leave the cat somewhere. But my mom was like, no, the cat will be fine. We'll give him enough food for a week and he'll be fine. Okay, fine. So the cat was fine. We got back. We pulled up the metal gate, opened the door. Misha came out as she would always come out. She'd be waiting for us whenever she heard the lock jingle when we would open it up. Then as soon as you open the door, she'd say meow, and then she'd go to the tree outside and pee like a dog, which was strange. But needless to say, so we walked into the store and there were empty potato chip bags everywhere, a box of Ritz crackers and some cereal. She finished all her food that was supposed to be enough food for a week. But cats are not really supposed to have like potato chips. I guess they can really digest it for whatever reason. But point is that Misha was resilient enough to not die in that store. She was going to figure it out. And she ate her food. And then she was like, I'm still hungry. I need more food. So I'm just going to eat these chips. And she ripped the bags open and she ate the chips. And Misha's still alive today. So she's obviously pretty resilient. So yes, it has everything to do with the real estate market right now and everything to do with agents being super successful in real estate, even in today's crazy market, because the agents that are absolutely killing it and crushing it in the market today are those resilient deli cats. And it's those agents that are being knocked down again and again and again, or even the ones that are having super success that are just continuing to battle it out in the industry and refusing to give up. If this carnivorous animal can survive off deli bodega chips on the road to being a top producing agent, you as an agent can survive this housing market or any housing market. So what is the number one thing that you should be doing as a real estate agent right now in this market? Number one, you need to realize that time is money. And buyers are obviously not knocking on your door to help them buy homes, and sellers are not necessarily knocking at your door to help them sell their homes. So in realizing that time is money, you need to be allocating your time to client-facing activities. So what does that mean? That means making time to prospect, cold call past clients, write birthday cards, network with other agents, host events for your past clients, host open houses, because obviously doing all of those things will generate more business, and consistency is key, right? So delegate your time appropriately to do those client-facing activities. Networking with other agents is also super important because growing your relationships with other agents is essentially the basis of your network is your net worth. So it's important that you build a solid reputation in the industry where other realtors want to work with you. Obviously, in a competitive market, that's also an incredible edge to have. Having solid relationships with other real estate agents can do wonders, not only for your business, but for your buyers and your sellers. So in this industry, reputation is everything. And I always say, clients come and go, but your realtor relationships are forever. And there is a huge value in having top producing agents in your area know you on a first name basis. And not just know you on a first name basis, but know what it's also like to work with you. They know that you're a reputable agent. You have reputable vendors. You're not an agent that makes mistakes. You're an agent that's very easy to work with. So how do you go about building good relationships with other agents? First impressions are everything. So even when you're submitting an offer, follow the instructions on the MLS. Complete the offer as instructed. Make sure that it's super neat and concise and correct. Make sure the subject line is correct. Make sure you're not doing any copy and paste. Make sure that if you are an agent submitting an offer on other properties for your clients, that you're definitely including the right address on your contract and in your email. Sometimes when you're rushing, it can be very easy to make a mistake. This is your opportunity to show that agent what it could be like to work with you. And if it's super neat and concise, it's obviously your opportunity to make a lasting impression on the agent and their seller. You want to give the opportunity to show the listing agent and the seller what it would be like to work with you. And if the showing time gives you a prompt to provide feedback, make sure you do that. That's very valuable information, not only for the listing agent, but for the seller as well. Small things like this definitely help the agent remember you now and in the future. So that might pay dividends, even though it might not pay dividends right now, it might pay dividends in the future. Speaking of the market, what is it that you need to be telling buyers in order for them to win? I would say number one is encourage your buyers to bid. You never know if their offer might be considered as a backup in case the first offer falls through. Number two, no one said winning was cheap. So there are going to be instances where the buyer does need to go over asking price. So explaining that to the buyer, showing them the numbers and being super transparent with them and making sure that they understand what it could cost for them to go $10,000, $20,000 over. Sometimes they need to see the numbers to realize that it's not all that big of a difference in terms of their monthly payment every month. It's actually a very small, minuscule increase in their monthly payment. So for them to go over might make a lot of sense for them to finally be in their dream home. And the last thing I would say is that you can't get results without consistent action. So encouraging your buyers to, again, go out there, see homes and bid, even though it's a competitive market, it's all about not quitting. You fall down 10, you get up 11. Same concept here. So making sure that your buyers stay encouraged, making sure that you're doing your best job as their agent to maneuver the market that's going on today so that they can be in their best position to get a winning offer, right? So considering waiving contingencies, understanding what the sellers are looking for so that they can be in the best position to win. So in thinking about our deli cat Misha, resilience is everything. It doesn't matter what's going on in the market right now. What is it that you're doing as an agent, being fed this market that you have right now? How can you play your cards right to make sure that you are resilient and you survive and you thrive in the market that you're being dealt with today? What are you doing in your business? How are you advising your buyers? What are you delegating? You know, if admin is something that you've been considering for a while, this is the time to really sit back and assess. Is it my time now? Have I closed 20 to 25 deals this year? Do I need help? And really start considering what areas of your business need the support so that you can do what you do best and be resilient in today's market and not just survive like Misha, our deli cat, but absolutely thrive in today's market.